Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. Today's show, going squirrel hunting again. I'm down here at the range. You can see the gun behind me. That's what I'm gonna hunt with today. That is a 410 single shot. And it is chambered up to a 3-inch shell. It is a single shot Harrington and Richardson. That's manufactured up there in the good old US in Massachusetts. This is called the topper model. It's got a full choke. And it's definitely a squirrel killer. But right now, I've got some new shells I've used in the past quite a bit. That's the Remington Express. It's it says extra long range, 410. It's got the 3-inch shell, size 7.5 shot. It's a pretty small shot, but that's great for squirrel. You don't need a big shot to kill a squirrel, but you do need a long range. That's why you need a 3-inch shell instead of the like standard 2 3/4, I think is what they are. That's what you use a lot for like trap shooting, just target shooting with a 410. So right now I got my target set up. I'm gonna shoot 1, maybe 2 of these and see what kind of pattern we got. Hopefully it's a pretty good tight pattern. You don't really want a really wide pattern. It's got a full choke. It's a all-time full choke in this barrel here. So, and you don't need a really wide pattern for a squirrel. You're just shooting pretty close and you want that pattern. So you want a full choke. What a full choke does is bring all those pellets that are inside the barrel there, inside that shell, shoots them out, keeps them at a close pattern. And I'm gonna go about, I don't know, about 20-30 yards back, shoot it one time, maybe twice, see what kind of pattern we got, and get out and go hunting. Hopefully I get a couple this evening, but if we ain't got no luck this evening, we'll go out in the morning. So let's get this gun shot and see what kind of pattern we got. All right, I got my shells and my gun. What you do, press this little lever. You got a spot for one single round. Take one of these shells here. Good old 3-inch long range Remington. Place it in there. Pull back the hammer when you're ready, and it's ready to shoot. I'm about 20 yards away, so this will be about the length of shot I would like to take on a squirrel. Well, I hit the target, but I hit high. So I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna aim a little lower on this target. Hopefully get a better pattern, and let's see. Pull back the hammer. Oh yeah, that's a million times better. I guess I just didn't have my face down low enough on the gun. Now I know how it shoots. And if there's any squirrel close it's getting peppered bad. Let me show you what kind of pattern we got. Now, if I was a squirrel, I definitely would not want to get hit by that. That was about 20 yards, so anywhere 20 to 30 yards, I think will be good. Now let's get to hunting. Now, I was trying to make my way up through here as quiet as I can, trying to sneak up on a squirrel. It's really hard to sneak up on a squirrel anyway. But as you can hear, these leaves are just really dry and crunchy. And there's no way of sneaking up on a squirrel today. Usually I like to just take my time and sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Walked halfway up this hill. I'm about up to the top. I think I just heard a squirrel. Heard something in this tree here. I'm not seeing anything. I thought I heard something going up that tree, but I'm not seeing anything moving. Anyways, usually I like to just creep my way through the woods, but these leaves are just not going to allow me to do that today. So instead, I'm going to use a different method that I like to use quite a bit, especially on days like this. Look, we got a good overcast day, but on days like this where the leaves are too crunchy, I just get to a certain spot where I know where some good food is. There's quite a few red oaks. It's still a lot of acorns on the ground right through here and on up this hillside. And so I'm just going to find me a spot like right in the middle of it, so I can watch the hillside and watch down in this holler a little bit, and hopefully we'll catch us a few squirrel doing that. I put the O in posted. I made it back to a part of my property where I usually see quite a few squirrel. During deer season, I see a lot of squirrel. But I've shot at quite a few squirrel here too. So I'm just gonna sit here a while on this hillside, lean up on this little maple tree for a little while, watch this area, watch down in this holler here. This is a spot that usually produces quite a few squirrel. So I'm just gonna be patient for a little bit. Watch the trees, watch the ground, and hopefully we can get us a couple squirrel. Well, it's starting to get dark on us, so I had to make it back to the house. And sitting on that hillside, only seen the one squirrel. It was a good ways away, probably close to 100 yards. But it was just working left and right. It wasn't getting any closer to me. It wasn't giving me any kind of shot. I tried to wait there patiently, and but it never would make it my way. So I tried to get a little aggressive, and I got up and walked towards it a little bit. But like I said earlier, the leaves were just too crunchy and loud, and they're just too dry right now. So he either hit the ground running, left the country, or ran into a hole in the tree, which is no good. So I didn't get one this evening. I have to see you tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning, at least, it's supposed to get a little warmer. And squirrel, especially in the middle of the winter, they like those warm days. They'll get out on those warm days and they'll move around a lot more. So anytime during the winter, during squirrel season, if you're looking to bag a few, go on the mornings that are a little warmer, that it's sun's out, and find you a good spot with plenty of acorns, and they'll definitely be moving. Well, the 410 got it done. After a couple shots, finally got that squirrel. Hey, but hey, a kill's a kill. And I'll take that any day. I've had a hard squirrel season this year. Haven't seen a whole lot. And I was just real happy to see that one. But completed the challenge, got one with the 410. And I've been waiting here to see if there's been any other movement. Wait for any more to pop their heads out. I haven't seen any, so I'm gonna go check this one out. See if I got it. Knocked it out of this black walnut tree here. It came and fell right down on this right side. But I'm not seeing it. I hope I didn't injure it or anything. Put my gun down. Well, majority of the time if they're injured, if a squirrel is injured, they'll try to either, go under a log or get in some brush where they can kind of hide. But this is definitely the tree. Let me look. Yeah, here's some blood on the ground. I hope you can see that. But I'm not seeing the squirrel at all. I didn't come straight over here because I thought he was plumb dead. Guys, you're not gonna believe this. All the way up. He's probably about 20 foot high. And if you look close, we zoom in. There he is. And he is not moving whatsoever. I just tried to throw a branch at him and there was no movement at all. So what I'm gonna try to do, there's a vine, there's 2 or 3 vines growing up this tree. I'm gonna try to shake them, see if I can knock that squirrel out of there. after a little persuasion, we got him out of there. And he's a pretty good one. Look at that, yeah. Very pretty squirrel. About like, almost like that last one I got. Let's get him in the sun here. Some of that vine. Oh, nice, beautiful tail. Got some of that orange on him. Definitely a big gray squirrel. I'm a little out of breath after trying to get him out of there. That's why I always keep a good hunting vest. It's one of my favorite tools to take out into the woods. You can keep all your shells, any magazines. If you're shooting like a 22 caliber, keep your magazines, more shells in there. And most important, in the back, you got your game bag. You can take your squirrel, take your rabbit, take your whatever critter you're after. Take it, place it in the back. Now you ain't got to carry them through the woods all day. So if you get after any more, just keep stuffing them back there. And here in the state of Kentucky, you're allowed 6 a day. That is the limit. But I'm gonna make my round, and I'm gonna try to get maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm back at the house. Got my squirrel in hand. Put him over here. Well, I got one with the 410. It was a challenge, because with the 410, you gotta be a lot closer. The pattern's a lot smaller. You ain't got as many pellets as a 12 gauge. You can't shoot as long distance with the 22 or 17 HMR, which I prefer. So we got them, but it just took us a few days. Now, in the wintertime, it could be hard to get a squirrel when conditions aren't exactly right and so late in the season. It's February now, so it could be pretty tough to get a squirrel. They only come out certain times of the day, and since there's very little food on the ground, they try to conserve energy, and they'll stay treed up, holed up in their tree a lot of the times. But if one comes out, better believe I'm going to get it. Anyways, I hope y'all had fun on this little challenge with me, and hope to see you over yonder.